Like I just like to listen to a full song.
I mean, this was us sitting in our parents' living room. At least me, I didn't have a record player in my bedroom, so I'd be listening to the entire record, flipping it over,
Yeah.
like my
Oh, I had saved up my hay baling money at that point for a Sony Walkman so that I could listen to the. I was listening to Erotica and Diamonds and Pearls in the privacy of my headphones.
uh,
hmm Yeah,
I
I forget when I transitioned, like when I got my first Sony Walkman, like with for cassettes, and it was definitely the mid 80s, and it was one of those yellow ones that
yeah, I
like
had one too.
that sort of like had the hand grip, and so you could like jog or walk with it. I just listened at home, but yeah, and then I got my first Discman. How I love how far we've come in society
I know,
where
right?
that like I mean literally you'd be stuck with whatever CD you could like bring with you if you brought multiples. But I remember I did like an there was like a youth group all-nighter that we I went to in high school, and it was a or like grade school, and it was when the You Can Dance album came out, and I only had that cassette tape with me, and I must have listened to that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It was just yeah. So every time I hear that bump 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 from Over and Over, I always think of that night, staying up all night. Anyway,
Aw.
memories. All right, you want to kick off, Tony?
Oh, yeah. Let me just not knock over
Let's
my
not knock over
microphone.
your microphone.
Jesus Christ. I mean, with everything that's going on in the world, and then I got to do this. Hi, guys. You're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica, Coney. Why did I say it like Liza Minnelli? And yeah, now sit your ass down. Listen, we're putting a show for you.
Yes, we are here to put on a show and find out who amongst us has been a thief of hearts. I will raise a glass to having been one quite a few times in my
Hey.
glorious youth.
And hey, everybody, it's Stefan. Welcome to another of MLVC, bitch. Uh, we are missing Lady Liberty tonight. The some either it's the flu or RSV or something struck her down, and she's not feeling well enough to podcast. So we're sending our healthy well wishes to you, Lady Liberty. If you're watching us, hello, we miss you
Feel
already.
better, Liberty.
Oh, drink,
He
hydrate, drink
he
some
is
tea,
hydrating and sleeping.
have those children bring you some soup, and
Mhm.
well, Dita's here with us. Oh,
That's right.
Ben, you're
Oh
wearing Dita
yes, we
too.
we both have Dita tonight. I was like,
Yeah,
I
I was
gotta
like,
bring Dita
I know.
out.
I was like, hey, if we're gonna talk Thief of
I'm
Hearts,
representing
oh,
the
you're
Madam
Madam
Xer.
X. You're Madam Xing. Okay, that's fine. Madam X is a she's here
She's
with
a
us.
thief
Dita
of hearts.
retiree.
Yeah,
She's a thief of
exactly.
hearts.
As we mentioned tonight, we're talking about Madonna's Thief of Hearts. But before we get into that, there's plenty of goings on in the Madonna verse, and you know she'll take us
She'll
there.
take you
So
there, yeah.
yeah, don't just stand there. Let's get to it. It's time for a little This Week in Chaconi. Uh, this week in Chaconi. This week. So Madonna visited the seaside town of Margate in England the other week. You never know when she's actually visiting these places. It's like she's not posting in real time, and she's so like flagrantly off Instagram these days that it's like,
Mhm.
when was this visit? I think you sometimes want to watch her roots because then you're like, oh, that was then, this was now.
Mhm.
But she hung out with Dame Tracy Emin, and she viewed some art while snacking on Swedish fish. She quoted that she feels that the town, which is full of artists and creativity, is her version of heaven. Um, I want to say two things. One, I love that she's enjoying life and traveling around and enjoying creativity and art. And then the other side of me is like, when are we getting this album? Like tick tock, Madonna. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
what's happening?
she's probably either buying art for herself or for her artist offspring. Um, she loves Tracy Emin, and we know Madonna's a big supporter of the arts. So yeah, great. Buy some more artwork, but let's
Yeah.
make some artwork.
Yeah. Yeah. People were tripping out that she was in front of the train station and in
Mhm.
like where she was just like traipsing around Margate. I've actually not been to Margate. Have you? None of you been to Margate
No,
either,
no,
right?
but I mean, I like to think that I know everything that Madonna loves, so it's good to know that she likes a small town in
Hmm.
England, you know?
Hmm. Anyone from Margate? Let us know in the chat. Give us
Anyone?
a.
Anyone?
So far, we don't have anybody claiming Britain. Mostly Canadians tonight.
Oh, hello.
Hmm.
Well,
Hello, Canada.
hello, Canada. If you're freezing just as much as those of us on the East Coast, I send your I'm sorry. That's because I'm just so tired of winter. Honestly, I can't.
Oh, you and me both.
I'm starting to
God.
crack at like my mental health is like, I just want this the other day. Sorry, we're just going to digress real quick. The other day, I was so pissed at the snow that I started shoveling the street in front of my house because I was like, I can't see it anymore. I need it to be gone. So anyway, um, other big thing that's happening in the Madonna verse, which was announced just this week, Confessions on a Dance Floor vinyl releases. We're getting two. One is the silver version of the nonstop mix, although I think it's kind of funny that nonstop and vinyl are in the same sentence because I'm
You
like,
gotta flip it over.
yeah, I'm like, and it's a two disc vinyl. I was like, that's like, you're flipping, flipping, flipping. So,
However, you will get a free lithograph of the cover of the Confessions Revisited from last
oh, without her hand,
October.
hold on. Oh,
Yeah.
this is it.
Yep. That
Yeah.
one will be free for you if you buy this.
Yeah, just no hand. I'm like, come on, why? Just Photoshop the
I
hand.
know.
It's I just
I don't, yeah, I don't, yeah, that one is, yeah.
of all pictures for them to like, if you're gonna pick one with both hands. It's like she's like boxing Helena, you know?
Well,
Like
it just makes me think once again, she's not picking these. She's not even seeing these. She
She
gets
no,
hasn't seen that.
exactly.
there's probably like one of those like CEO phone calls once a week where she's like, okay, and then we're releasing the double vinyl for okay, thanks. And that's
Well,
it. You
I
know?
think
she's just
I
looking at her
think
phone.
Esther picked it.
Mhm.
That's what I
Oh,
think.
Esther, where have you been?
And then so that the nonstop mix vinyls are coming in late March, and then there's a pink splatter vinyl for the Confessions tour live from London that's happening for April's Record Store Day. I'm
Stefan, is this the version that's already streaming?
Yes. So if you've heard the London audio from the Confessions tour, I mean, I have the physical CDs that I
Yep.
actually, oh, sorry, the DVDs, and then you get the audio with it. And so I have those. I remember when those came out, I was very annoyed that we didn't get the full audio because I thought the full audio was so wonderful
Hmm.
of this tour to like only have 13 tracks. And then I think you also if you got it on streaming, you were able to get the two bonus tracks, which were Get Together and Ray of Light. And then, of course, I was pissed that I had bought the physical, and I was like, I'm not buying the streaming, even though I had somebody rip Get Together for me so I could have it. And now they're on
It is.
streaming, so you can listen to them on streaming or whatever. My
Yeah, but
look,
it is weird with the capacity of streaming services to not just put the whole show.
right, like, so
Especially when
I
it's all on YouTube in high def and
So
remastered
did
AI
you notice
4K.
that so apparently Taylor Swift released a music video today for Opalite, right?
Yeah.
Opalite, I think it's Opalite. And she apparently refuses to put that music video on YouTube because now that the music industry has changed its streaming rules, that YouTube streams do not count for overall streaming of songs. So she doesn't want streams to happen for that song and video on YouTube because it wouldn't count towards her total tally.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a good precedent. Yeah.
she's only putting the video on Spotify and Apple Music. So I watched it on Spotify today, which was kind of strange because I was like, it's tiny. I want it like I'm used to it on a bigger screen.
Hmm.
But all I was thinking was, I'm like, well, Madonna, if you have the full concert audio on that DVD from the tour film, just plop that whole thing on, and then you can watch or listen whatever you want. Um, because again, I know people are like crazy about collecting vinyl or whatever, but I'm like, you're gonna release the tour audio and it's just gonna be these 13 tracks. Like I want that audio is so good for the
Mm-hmm.
London.
Yeah.
That
The
London
Lon
show. It sounds like you're there, which is what I love about it. Because
Yeah.
after that show, from Sticky and Sweet on, the audio is a little too overproduced for me. If I listen to like Sticky and Sweet or Rebel Heart or MDNA or Madam X even, I listen to like ripped audio from people's cell phones and whatnot because it just sounds more authentic.
Well,
Yeah.
the editing also post Confessions got too quick cut and
Mm.
janky. Confessions was the last one where the camera was there and the
Yeah.
mics and the audio, and they were taking it from the A line. Oh, that
Yeah, I
show is
just felt
so
like the
good.
audio is like it's one audience, maybe two nights fine, but like it just is full and complete and real and it just
Yeah.
sounds like you're there. So
Mhm.
I,
I
I
mean, if you
mean
guys want to hear the whole thing, just go over to Stuart Price's and ask him for the hard drive, you know?
Uh, okay. Yeah.
That's where it lives, you know? I mean, I don't think it's ever going to be resurfaced because I don't know. I think, like for example, the Blind Ambition tour,
mm,
a
Uh,
proper digital release ain't happening, you
yeah.
know? I think she did say a few years ago she doesn't even own the rights to it anymore.
Or
no,
same
it's
thing, like
Miramax
or
has it.
even more recent celebration.
Yeah.
Like thank God for the Rio show because people
Hmm.
ripped that audio, and that's the only way that I can listen to it is from that the Rio show. And thank
I don't
goodness.
I don't know if you remember towards the end of Blonde Ambition, the entire concert was on the radio. It
Oh,
was
was it?
aired on the
Westwood
radio.
One.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember it was a Sunday night at
Hmm.
10 p.m. and I listened to it and I taped it onto my cassette tape and I listened to that for years. I kind of wish I still had it,
Mm. Yeah,
because it was commercial free. They introduced it at the beginning and then it started and 2 hours later it was over.
oh, yeah, I remember when Girly Show was touring and I couldn't see it because I bought fake scalp tickets and I was crestfallen. But somebody I knew was able to get audio of the tour that was, I guess they played it on HBO and they
Hmm.
like, so I got cassette tapes, like multiple cassette tapes of
Yeah.
the audio. And that's how I was listening to Girly Show. But
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, so Confessions on a Dance Floor. You've got some if you're a vinyl collector, I'm sure the silver collection and then the pink splatter for the live version is going to be added to your collection for Record Store Day. I'm just happy that she's sort of like that some more stuff is coming out because again, it puts her out there in the record stores. It puts her in people's attention. Although the timing of this is a little sus because if this is coming out if one is coming out in late March, I think it's the 26th, and then Record Store Day in April, that's sort of throwing a wrench in what I thought was going to be the first single plan for the new album. So I venture to say we might not be getting a new single in March or April. Um, however, maybe this is just like
We don't know that.
maybe this is the precursor. This is like a get her name back out there, and then ta-da! Here's the new single in time for Devil Wears Prada. That's what I'm hoping. And yes, speaking of Devil Wears Prada, apparently that was like the highest viewed movie trailer in the world. Like
Oh, did they come out
What?
with a new one? Did I miss something?
so the full trailer, not the teaser that we saw, but the
Hmm.
full trailer just came out. Oh my God, Tony, you didn't hear the chaos that was going off about the Devil Wears Prada 2 trailer? Oh my God. So Devil Wears Prada 2 trailer came out. Vogue is all throughout it. It's like heavily the entire trailer. And the two
Because Vogue was in the original film too, right?
yes. So
Yeah.
it's featured very heavily. So 200 I think it was last I saw it was like 222 million views of
Oh,
this
wow.
trailer. So Vogue if I'm assuming Madonna got paid for them to use it in the trailer. So I'm sure cha-ching, like they're
I mean,
very
that
happy.
funded the new album. So yeah,
Exactly.
where is it?
Exactly.
See,
Um
that actually, it's so funny because my friends and I had a bunch of people over last night and we were talking about this. about how that movie is another thing now, like Thief of Hearts, that we're about to talk to, that has developed this long-standing cross-generational appeal. And
Mhm.
so for me, it was fascinating to see Vogue in whatever remix that was that they used in the trailer, like that they went back to it for that sort of like continuity from the original movie. I thought that was so fascinating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if that was a remix. I think from what I've listened to it a couple times, I think what they did is they played the song and it's like it's edited a little bit. So they're picking parts of the song and then they just sort of add a little bit of like movie sound to it. So like there's a little bit of like trailer sound to it.
The
A
effects,
couple
right?
a
Sound
couple
effects.
extra a couple extra drums and like a maybe like a background synth to sort of make it sound more dynamic. And I don't think it's an official Vogue remix, but if they do to Vogue in Devil Wears Prada 2 what they did to Like a Prayer in Deadpool versus Wolverine,
I'm
I'm
here
on
for
board.
that.
I'm on board. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
bring it. That's
Oh,
fine.
I'm here for it.
Um, I I will never turn down Vogue getting some additional love. So to have that resurface 40 years later and a fresh mix to get everybody on board again, sure, I'm down
Hey
for
guys, any word on whether the La Bambola Thunder Puss remixes are coming out anytime soon?
that. I wish there was,
I know.
like how they did "Don't
Day
Cry
by
for Me
day,
Argentina." It would be fun to like, when they would remix any slow song. It would be fun to
Hmm.
hear.
Isn't it funny that like there's not really remixers who are doing that like they did in the late 90s where
Hmm.
It was
every
everywhere.
big rate I mean, oh my God, what was
Well, the
that?
Titanic
Nobody's supposed to
song.
be
Oh my
here.
God.
Yeah, nobody's supposed to be here. The
Yeah.
Oh,
Titanic.
that was the one that was like they threw that on toward the end every Friday at the
My
club
love
and
is your love. That
Yes, yeah.
Donnie
Any
oh,
McKeeter's remix.
any slow
oh,
song like Whitney,
Hmm.
Mariah, like it all
yeah.
got it
Oh,
all got
Oh,
my
remixed.
all, the
my
David
all.
Morales
Yes, my
remix of
all.
that. Oh,
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
a 10-minute David Morales mix
Some
that
of
you're
them
like
worked,
oh,
and then
I
intense.
some of
twirled
them
the
didn't.
F out to
Mariah,
that. Oh my God.
Mariah always re-singing. I
Yeah.
respect to her for always re-singing those slow songs, which is why I
Oh,
love "Don't Cry for Me Argentina" because that's the only song that
rare
Madonna
time she did
where she
that.
And
re-sang the
Buenos Aires. She
vocals.
re-sang Buenos Aires as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
well
remix.
there you go.
That
Oh,
was
the
a
chat is shouting out not just Thunderpuss, but Dave O'Day and
yep.
Paul Oakenfold doing all those
Hmm.
ballad
Oh
remixes.
yeah,
Oh, sweet, sweet,
yeah. I mean,
sweet, sweet.
even
Oh,
Frozen. I mean, Frozen's technically a ballad, and that was like,
oh, the Stereo MCs remix came on during our get together last night. I was
So
like,
good.
this this remix of Frozen
that's a
is
good one.
so delicious.
That's
Oh my
my
God.
favorite.
Oh,
Not as like club hands in the air type, but
well,
still a
no, but
good,
it's
still a
still
good one.
like it's
Yeah.
so good. Ooh, Australia's in the chat now. We've got people from Rio, Australia, Britain.
Send
I
us your
love
warm
it.
weather, please.
Yes, please. Thank
I'm
you.
not. I'm keeping it here.
Shut up.
Oh, somebody in the chat just said we need a Purple Disco Machine remix of La Bambola. I would be
That
on
would be
board.
good.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would be
That would be
fantastic.
hot.
Oh no, but so
That would be
anyway,
hot.
Tony, the chaos happening over the Devil Wears Prada trailer,
Hmm.
and Ben, I don't know if you've heard this either.
I just
The
watched it
the
and
two
was like, oh,
things
that's cute, and moved
people were
on.
panicking that Miranda Priestley has dementia, early onset
What?
dementia, because she doesn't know Andy. In when Andy comes in, she's like, "Hello," and Miranda's like, "Who is this?" and doesn't remember who she is. And so everyone thinks Miranda has dementia. And
No.
then the second part is people are pissed that the lighting is crap because apparently it's all like very dark, which is very
Hmm.
now. Like that's just how they're lighting things. Like as a
Wasn't dark.
not on its own, but if you people have done compare contrasts to how the original and now, and it's like night and day, literally night and day.
Really?
Just go on; it's all over
Well, I
Twitter or
mean,
I
Threads
mean,
or what. Like
I thought
everyone
it
is
was almost too much Barbara Walters lighting in the trailer. I was like, oh my God, they're
no,
washing them
they're
all
they're
out.
like pissed that there's no contrast, that there's a color grading conversations. It's
Well,
ridiculous.
that's because they're doing all this crap with AI now because they're trying
but
to save
yeah,
money.
I doubt that dementia is a plot point in this movie. That woman, the
No.
character, has a borderline personality disorder, and selective memory is one of the ways that it gets
Yes,
manifested, just
exactly.
to make people feel tiny, so I can see that being part of, you know.
Who's this? I don't know. I don't remember her.
I don't know
yeah,
her.
that's part of the joke. It's the I don't know her. Clearly,
Yeah.
a lot of these people did not
Left
work
the
in an
house.
office in the well, they didn't go to work in the 80s and 90s and early
Right.
2000s when your boss could actually act like that and get away with it.
Well, also
Like,
in the sequel book to Devil Wears Prada, Miranda does not remember Andy Sachs's character because
well, it's
she's
been
had
20 years.
and she's had so many assistants.
And it was a blip
Yeah, exactly.
in her career. Yeah.
Like,
I don't remember people who worked for me 25 years ago at the
Yes.
university.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'll run
So,
into them like on the street and be like, oh crap, I don't remember this person's name. I'm like, you're also 20 years older. You don't look like you did when you were 20 as a student. Like,
So for context, how many Madonna songs were in The Devil Wears Prada? I remember it Jump,
Two.
and I remember Vogue.
Jump and Vogue.
Jump
But
and Vogue.
And remember, Vogue, they wanted to use Vogue, and Madonna said you could only use Vogue if you also use Jump, because she wanted to have a new song. So our theory is that they're letting her use Vogue. She's letting them use Vogue again because maybe there's a new song from the new album in this. So timeline.
That would be a good get.
Hopeful timeline is that when the movie comes out
in May, right?
May 1st, maybe that's when the single will come out.
I would just like to point out that Live to Tell is technically the first single from True Blue and was in fact a soundtrack song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another cross promotion marketing thing. The movie comes out May 1st. The Met Gala is the following Monday.
Ding, 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 ding.
There you go. Oh, yeah. It's full on. Right. Madonna will show up at the premiere of Devil Wears Prada 2, like she did for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then
I forgot she did that.
And then the next week she'll show up for I
hope so. I mean, Beyonce's on the committee, and
she has to.
Madonna and Beyonce are friends, and Beyonce.
What's the theme this year? Do we know?
Rich people in expensive clothes.
But I'm wondering, do we think that Madonna might be
as the world burns?
Do we think Madonna might be making a secret cameo in Devil Wears Prada 2?
No.
I would
love that
to happen, but I think Madonna and a cinematographer that she did not choose is not a good combination.
I don't even think she would have like a speaking part. It's more just like so quick where it's like Miranda and her are seen like kissing cheeks, and then Madonna gets in her car and drives away then
or maybe Madonna doesn't remember who Miranda is.
or it's like Miranda's like, Andy, I'd like you to meet my friend from London. Her name is Verity. And
no, she would have to play herself,
that would be so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know because I know Gaga's in the movie, but I would also I'm assuming there's probably going to be tons of cameos. Even if it's just Madonna front row with Meryl Streep at a fashion show, and that's it. You know, she doesn't even have to say anything. It's just her sitting with the glasses, front row.
I mean, but they have to give her a line so she can keep her SAG card active.
Oh, yeah.
Mama needs her insurance.
So watch this space. Here's hoping she does something more substantial soon.
I mean, Madonna in a movie, honestly, that makes my heart.
I don't know how you two and everyone watching or listening is feeling, but right now is one of those most irritating times to be a Madonna fan, because we know something's coming and she is denying us anything substantial at all, and it drives me insane.
Yeah.
We were all okay, everybody. In the group text, we were talking about this earlier today, and you were expressing the same sentiment, and I was like, I'm like, as long as it's good. But this does remind me of early 91 when we knew she was already starting to work on the post Immaculate Collection on him, the beginning of Erotica. But then she went off to make A League of Their Own.
And then we got a ballad first, another ballad for the soundtrack.
Right. And then after making the movie, working on the album some more in the fall of 91, she goes off for like 6 months to film herself naked all over Miami for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then she
And then she
finishes.
goes to Portland to film herself naked all over the
Oh
Pacific Northwest.
yes.
Right.
Oh my god.
All of
Yeah.
that happened before we got Erotica,
Yeah.
which is still the masterpiece.
I know.
So,
But you
Yeah.
guys, I was listening to Thief of Hearts the other night, and I ended up listening to the entire Erotica album, and I'm like,
oh, same,
why
same.
is this still better than most new releases? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. So, topic of today, if you didn't already know, Thief of Hearts.
Oh, literally. Okay, before you start, people have been popping into the chat. Have I missed the discussion? Where
No,
are we at? Like
no, no, no,
literally. So
no.
I'm literally going to put in the chat. It's Thief
Hashtag
of
Thief of
Yeah,
Hearts
Hearts.
time.
yeah. Welcome, welcome to the topic. We've not been wasting time, but we've just been talking about other things. So
Do you guys have any background on who started the TikTok dances
right.
to
So let me set the scene. So
Okay, good. Stefan did the work.
Madonna's Thief of Hearts is having quite the moment at the moment. The song has recently gone viral on TikTok with people dancing to the early 90s dance track, and it's been having its highest ever streaming days as a song just this past week. As you know, Madonna, Shep Pettibone, and Tony Shimkin wrote the song. It's Madonna seething with jealousy and raging at a girl who stole her boyfriend. Or is it?
Or
So
is it?
we were going to talk a little bit about the song. We've talked about this song multiple times on the show, but because it's having its own moment, we thought, well, any excuse to go back to the erotica era.
Of course.
But yes, so one, do we think this is Madonna talking about somebody who stole her boyfriend, or in traditional Madonna uh, songwriting fashion, did she flip the script? Tony, what do you think?
I I was doing timelines. I think Warren Beatty and Annette Bening is too far off. And to be honest, I don't think that she was pining for him when it was over. I think it
Mm,
was like, let's go on to the next one, which was Tony Ward. That came right after Blonde Ambition. They broke up when he went back to his ex-girlfriend and married her. There was a rumor at the time. I remember reading it was like in the National Enquirer or something. There was a rumor at the time that she was pregnant, but she wasn't. That could be that as well, or it could be just flipped. Madonna's friendship with Sandra Bernhard ending and Sandra Bernhard talking about her all over town, maybe using the words "thief of hearts" or whatever. But I don't know. I think about that too because when she talked about this in an interview with Jonathan Ross about erotica, and then again when she was asked about Take a Bow, I think she said the same thing too. She said, sometimes I write a song from the opposite point of view.
hmm
So I like to think of Madonna as more of an elevated songwriter, and I think this makes more sense to me.
So you think maybe she wrote it that she was the thief of
Yeah,
hearts, that
that people
she,
were saying this about her. Word on the street was Madonna stealing people's boyfriends or girlfriends.
right? Yeah, yeah.
And
But
also,
Was
a
this
lot. Oh, go ahead.
so Tony, does the timeline line up though? Wasn't the Ingrid, Sandra, Madonna
Yeah,
like
because
a
I think
year
it
later?
started. It started when, right when the sex book was about to be shot.
mm,
Madonna asked Sandra Bernhard to be in the book, and Sandra's like, "No, I'm not doing that." And Ingrid went to make the book. Sandy went and did Playboy and did like kind of like a spoof of Madonna's sex book, but this is also 6 months before the sex book came out. So,
Right, right.
so I'm thinking this would have been brewing at least. Beginning of 92. I mean, this is just me,
But
conject.
okay, so I'm just going to interject. So when you listen to erotica, as somebody who's listened to it a lot, and there's that 133 and a half third inch book that scholar wrote about it.
Mm,
And the fact that, okay, there's the Pettibone part and the Andre Betts part, but then in the Pettibone parts, there's clearly two parts, pieces that were done before, like the early songs they did that were part of the Rain tapes, like Rain and like that, and then songs that were done later, like Deeper and Deeper, Fever, Erotica, that have more of the, okay, so for the younger people in the audience, there was this sort of like gay dance sound called sleaze that was popular in the early 90s in the clubs.
Right.
And like Erotica and Fever are very much in that sound. And Thief of Hearts is not.
Mm.
It's very much just like, how would we describe it? Just sort of like house pop,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
it's really a pop song more so even than a dance or club song. And I feel like Thief of Hearts is from the early 91, fall of 91, like before they even started working on the sex book. And then, it it uh oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. And then obviously it got mastered later when Tony Shimkins started becoming more active in the project. But it has that like Pettibone gene of like Rain and Thief of Hearts that
It sounds
is
a
a little
lot like the work he did with Kathy Dennis for Into the
Kathy Dennis.
Skyline.
Yes,
Mm.
that's where I was trying to go, was
Well,
into the
but
skyline.
remember, there was, I don't know if you've heard the original music demo of Thief of Hearts, where it's a very different sounding music, and then it's
Yes.
just one
Mhm.
solo track of her vocals singing through the whole song. Obviously, there's that version which has the "If I Had a Hammer,"
Yeah.
Yes.
the
Yes.
alternate lyrics to it. So, as with many of her songs, they sort of there was a bit of it ebbed and flowed and weaved around and became something else. It's much more polished, and I think it's wonderfully catchy. And it's so funny how like it's quite of a long song if you listen to it. Like I think it goes
Yes.
on for like 5 minutes, and
Yep.
I think about it now where I'm like, when it came out, I didn't 5 minutes didn't seem like it was a long thing, but like now in today's day where it's like you're lucky if you get 2.5 minutes for a song. It
Mhm.
seems like such a luxury to have like the fact that the song just keeps going and going and going, and we get like
But
Right.
3 verses and 2 bridges
you
and
guys
Yeah.
remember
God bless.
what a luxury it felt like when Erotica came out, and you look at the running time and it's 75 minutes. That's
70 some
mm,
minutes.
the longest
Yeah.
Madonna album to date. It was longer than Immaculate Collection, and
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. God bless it. Also,
Mhm.
God, I just want to shout out God bless Harry Styles for bringing back the 5 minute plus song. I'm just
Yeah,
going to say
that's a good
that.
song. The
Yeah.
first time I heard it, I'm like, whatever. Now I listen to it every day.
The
Yeah.
video made
It's
me like
good.
Carrie's
Mm.
new single a little bit more because the video is kind of fun and weird and quirky and fun
Yeah. But
choreography. And
yeah, so the journey of Thief of Hearts through its different versions, but it still has that vibe of like the earlier tracks versus the stuff they were doing
Mm.
like right up until the last minute. I mean, we know
Mhm.
that like
Right, like
Fever,
Goodbye
right,
to
was the
Innocence slash Up Down
good
Sweet. It was
Yeah, yeah,
house
yeah.
here
and
at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
and that stuff was they were literally doing that stuff in that basement studio in like the swamp of the summer of 92 in New York City trying to get it finished, and it feels different. And whereas
Mm.
Thief of Hearts is more traditional, like glossy Madonna Chet pop, but like yeah, as Stefan said, went through the motions. But yeah.
I love that she's playing a character regardless. Like
Yeah.
like Madonna,
Yes.
I think Madonna is always very successful when she inhabits a character. Like, and she does it so often on Erotica. It's funny how she
Yep.
like is inhabiting different characters for many of those songs where obviously Erotica, she's got Dita as a
Mhm.
persona. I don't necessarily know if Dita is the same persona in Thief of Hearts.
No.
It seems like it's a very different character.
Yeah.
Um, and I
I
don't know
feel
if
like
she's,
Dita was in Bye Bye Baby.
I
Yes.
could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like it's weird. Like if you sit there and think of like what songs would Dita would she be in? Like, is it like, what's the eating out song? What am I blanking? Where Life Begins. You know, like
She's in Where Life Begins and Waiting, but she is not in Secret Garden.
Mm.
correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
She's not in secret. I don't know if she's in Words. She's not in Rain. Like, I don't think
No,
like
those are straight Words and Rain are straight up Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone.
yes. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But
Oh,
it's
oh,
In this life
somebody in the
too.
chat said that it's not Vita, it's Louise Orioli
okay, from Bad Girl.
Yeah.
from the
I
Bad Girl video. Ding ding ding.
would she be that angry, Louise? Would she?
I think so. She's
Uh
been Delta,
Why do you think
pretty
she
rough
was sitting there
hair.
Smoking those
and
cigarettes.
drinking?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
She
mean
had all
Louise
them dirty
also?
panties in her
Yeah.
purse. Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah. Oh, that's funny. I
Yeah,
apologize
Louise
if
had a lot. She had a lot to say, but she's a damaged lady, you know.
She
mm.
is. Okay, but that makes sense. Thief of
Hmm.
Hearts, words. She's sad in Rain, but then she dies in Bad Girl. It's like a whole journey. It's kind of interesting that they put Bad Girl where they did in the sequencing. It should have been toward the end of the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I love the production on Thief of Hearts because it's a fun dance track. Like you can definitely dance to it. And there's a lot of like fun sounds in obviously the chewing gum in the very beginning. And I also
Glass
love the
breaking,
glass breaking. There's some sirens. Like there's a lot of sound
door
effects.
slamming.
There's a lot of sound effects happening in Thief of Hearts, which I love. But one of the things that I love the most is in the very beginning, there's this, I'm just gonna say, call it a ghost sound where it's like this, like a sort of happening around the music. So listen, it's
Yes,
just in the very
I
beginning.
heard it on my my
It's
my
just in the
headphones.
very beginning
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
this, like it's
yeah.
like this sort of
It's almost as if you open up a door and then wind just flows
yes,
in.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very specific and it's on your right side.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite things because then it drops out and it just goes
Mhm.
into the song. I don't remember, I don't think they bring it back, but it's just in the very beginning. That's one of the little things
Yeah.
about music production that I like trip out over where there's like certain sounds that I'll pick up on and like I sometimes I feel like I'm like, why am I the only one talking about this? Doesn't
No, I
anybody
mean
else
I
hear this?
that's consistent with Shep Pettibone, with Mirwais, and William Orbit, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Some of the like I love when producers drop certain sounds
Mhm.
in songs that like are not the main focus, but they're there and they add such just a little bit of color, a little bit of
Mhm.
flavor. And to me, that's one of those sounds in Thief of Hearts that I always like. It's kind of like this, like, yeah, it's like a wind almost bringing you into the song. So yeah,
It's
if you
like Timbaland before Timbaland was doing Aaliyah's One in a Million.
yeah, so
Mhm.
if you haven't noticed that sound, go back. It's very right in the very beginning.
Put on the
Um,
big
yeah,
headphones.
yeah. Listen in a
Mhm.
quiet, not in the gym. You can't hear shit in the gym. You
No,
have to listen in a quiet
no.
room. Um, but yeah,
So, can I ask the two of you what you think is causing Thief of Hearts to connect with the children today?
I mean, it's as simple as it is. It's got a good beat and you can dance to it.
I have a feeling that her cattiness is catching a nerve. So it's a bit of a CUNTY song,
Yeah.
and I think that the current generation, like the people who love to watch
Drag
Bravo
Race.
housewives constantly yelling and bickering and fighting, or like Drag Race where they're all like,
Hmm.
bitch, like reading each other and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I think that's where it's coming from. It's like people love this, like, this is Madonna being kind of bitchy and like,
Hmm.
bitch, like, he's mine. And like, it's a very angry Madonna, but it's also kind of funny at the
Yeah.
same time. Like, I've always loved how, like, it's cute. It's not threatening. Like, so the character that she has in Thief of Hearts is angry, but it's also not like gangbang angry. Like if you go to like to
Right.
Yeah.
MDNA Madonna, then it's like she's really pissed. But
Yeah.
I don't feel
So,
like
our
she's that
friend of the
pissed in this.
You know, like the
friend
kids
of the
say,
po-
she's serving Cavant, you know?
she
Yeah.
is. And so our friend of the podcast, Jason Lee, is in the
Hi,
chat
Jason.
with
Hi, Jason.
what I actually, it's ironic.
Mm,
And it's a rare time where the irony that Madonna like used to often say, oh, it's meant to be ironic. You're like,
Hmm.
okay, girl. But Thief of Hearts actually does come across as ironic. It's like bitchy and the see you next Tuesday, but it's also like, you
yes.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
honestly, Thief of Hearts should be the other song in Devil Wears Prada. That would slap.
yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
not be mad at that.
Yeah.
Andy steals Emily's husband or something, and yeah, so she could be the thief
I
of
always thought it
hearts.
was funny that like we got erotica and this song like after we saw her performance in Truth or Dare because
Hmm.
that the character in Thief of Hearts is very I'm waiting, like that character, or like the phone call that she has with Warren Beatty and
Yeah.
she slams it
my
down,
God.
like I did too. You did not. I never
That's
said that.
Louise.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
Louise.
Exactly.
It's totally Louise.
It's such
Yeah.
and that to me, I think having, because we saw Truth or Dare and then got Thief of Hearts after, it was sort of like that was the Madonna we had just
Yeah.
seen in the movie. So it was very like, it made sense that she did Thief of Hearts because that was like, because again, I don't know if people are watching things out of sequence and like, we got Blonde Ambition and then we got, Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare was kind of shocking to see
Yeah.
Madonna be that bitchy in like,
Awful.
yeah, it was just like, oh my God, I can't believe she's saying this or acting this way, or, like because she hadn't really released that version of herself out. So I think then it just seemed like a natural progression. By the time we got the farts, we're like, yeah, we've seen this. We know who she is.
I mean,
Oh,
we've
yeah,
come full
like,
circle. I
yeah.
mean, she was like, Warren got me a shirt from Dolce & Gabbana. You like it? And now she's shilling for Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to me that of all, because I can't think about. I was shocked when I was like, why is Thief of Hearts like popping up on the socials all of a sudden? And then I discovered it was a TikTok, and I was like, why is that song of all the songs on Erotica that I feel like could become, but then I think the fact that what you were saying, it is the most campy song
Hmm.
on
Yeah.
Erotica. It's the easiest to be like, oh, it is what it is. Like, waiting or where life begins or bye bye baby. There's all this sort of like context and subtext.
Right.
There's no context and subtext of Thief of Hearts.
You
It's
No,
get
it
it
just like,
right
stands
away.
alone.
Like it
Yeah.
doesn't,
yeah,
you don't need
yeah,
like an explanation for the song. You
Mhm.
hear it and you
absolutely.
get it right away. Like it's very not surface, but it's like it's easy to understand, I
I
think.
mean,
Yeah,
think
it's a
of think
relatable
of
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think of the Ray single, Where Is My Husband? It's kind of like that same like a call out song, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh, you know what? That
people
actually is like that makes sense. It is that sort of like female empowerment
Hmm.
storytelling song, but from like a perspective that's not right down the middle.
Right.
So
yeah. Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know.
who
It's
knows how
also a
I don't
bop.
know how
Like,
songs get started trending on TikTok. Like it's always like who's the first person to use it and then like how does it like take off? Like it's a mystery how anything
right.
goes viral, but I love that they've picked up on this. And then one thing that we've always sort of thought about Madonna is that she's not too quick to the trends. She's always sort of like
Hmm.
like after the fact where it's like the Frozen remix was trending on TikTok for months and then she finally was like, "Oh, let me do something about it." And then we didn't hear the end of Frozen, the Sickic Frozen for like a year. It was just a constant Frozen remixes. But as you can see in my background, Madonna did respond to the TikTok trend by providing her own little version
He
of
sure did.
uh and Mama was looking good.
Oh, that little mini dress lingerie thingy. I'm like, oh,
It was
pull that
barely
down
she
so
was
we don't see.
barely able to push it
Ah,
down.
yeah, yeah. She's looking snatched.
Tatas were popping out and like
I mean, if I
Maybe
had
that's
that
why she's
wardrobe,
been in.
I would be putting on
Oh,
music videos every night, right? Wouldn't you?
yeah,
seriously.
If I can't
seriously.
sleep, you know?
So somebody in the chat, Dominic Ward, just made a really good point about part of its virality is because the storytelling and the story of the song is great for the young TikTokers and people doing reels. It's good for acting. You can then take on a
Mm,
character that fits the story of the song and create your video. I hadn't even thought about
Mhm.
that. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like a little mini movie,
yeah.
And then
old school music videos.
there's like the clueless people that are posting, like, for example, Lisa Rinna likes to do dance videos and sometimes she does Madonna. But this week she did Thief of Hearts and she wrote, "Oh, I love Madonna's new song." Do your research, people, you
It's
know?
like, Lisa, you were around when the song came out.
Yeah.
Uh I
Yeah,
mean,
she was like a big character actor in those days. She hadn't been on
she wasn't on
or was
Melrose
she?
yet. She wasn't no, she was probably
No,
on
she
Days. She was
started
on
on
Days of
Days
Our
of Our
Lives. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
Lives.
was on
she
Days
was
of Our
Billy on
But
Lives.
Days, yeah.
but that was like a little later in the 90s, not not the early 90s.
Yeah, maybe she was
I don't know
waitressing.
what she was doing.
Maybe she
then.
Yeah,
was
maybe she
waitressing.
was waiting
Modeling,
tables at the time.
waitressing something. Yeah.
Who knows?
Either way, she looked fabulous.
Yeah. And yeah, Madonna looked great. I loved like that video was making me dizzy. I was like, God bless her and Ricardo for spinning around that table. FYI, I have a circular table and I would love to recreate that video, but I don't have anyone to circle around my kitchen table with me. So if you're
Yeah,
in
I thought
if you're in
about it because we
Philadelphia
also
and
have a circular
and
table.
wanna help me recreate that,
I was actually thinking about going to like a hotel lobby here in San Francisco and just
exactly.
doing it because
Oh
the
my
lighting would be
God.
good, you know?
Yeah, I don't have a
That's
fancy
too funny.
house like Madonna, but nor do I have a bustier and leopard print jacket. But yeah, and when she does stuff like that, like it was barely 30 seconds. I was like, Madonna, can we get like just have Ricardo stitch together a 5 minute full version? Just like do it. Like I would just love like a full 5 minute version. Just give us a video,
Right. Hey guys, I made a video for my new
Yeah,
viral.
here it is. Here's five. It's like, and just throw it up on Spotify like Taylor did.
She'd rather buy art.
Yes, she was too busy in Margate.
So somebody in the chat just said the very first they follow the person who did the first TikTok because this person is on a Madonna reaction journey. It says the username is Miles Moody. I've never
Hmm.
heard.
Hmm.
Huh.
Oh, who knows? Well,
Well,
I'll have to
I
look
mean,
that one
look,
up.
it all has to start
I'll
somewhere.
have to
But
look it up. I mean, I don't have TikTok, but maybe they're on the other
no, I
stuff.
removed
So
TikTok after
If
it.
if they do reaction videos, most likely they have a YouTube presence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, people aren't watching that type of stuff on TikTok.
Oh, actually, okay. The person this Miles Moody is started the trend. He's doing a Madonna reaction journey on YouTube. I'll have to go check it out
Yeah.
because
Ben, you hate
who would have
reaction
thought
videos.
those
You hate reaction
do
videos, though.
what?
Don't you hate
I know.
reaction videos?
I don't like watching them.
You're like, I'm
I
watching
get
people watching them something.
I get sucked in.
Yeah,
I'll
that
watch one and then I'll be like, well, what do they think about erotica? I gotta go watch that. What do they think of bedtime stories? I get
this is
emotionally
where I
involved.
prefer like Blue Sky or something where I'm like, okay, tell me what you think in like 150 characters. That's good enough. I don't need to watch 50 minutes of it, even
Yeah.
as people are sitting here watching us
Right, I
talk
was gonna say,
about
I'm
it.
like, well, pot kettle black, Ben.
I mean, I'm on my second martini, whatever.
Question for the group though. What other like is if there was another song, not on erotica, but just any Madonna song that could go viral, what song would we want it to what song would we want it to be? It could be from erotica, but in the chat, let us know if there's any Madonna song that you think deserves to go
Oh, I
viral.
know my pick.
Okay,
I
go.
think Deeper and Deeper should get another run.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Ben.
that's interesting. Oh, I would pick Skin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense for you.
I mean, and that kind of had a little bit of life last summer, when
It did. Skin or Get Together, which I feel was done so wrong as a single with that stupid cartoon
Mm,
video. Like, what on earth? Like, oh my God. Choreo from Confessions with the two guys for Get Together. That literally could have been the video. Like,
exactly. I
not
mean,
the
Dress
live
You Up
version.
was a live
yeah.
Lucky Star.
performance. Yeah.
Like, it was Christopher and Erica and her, and it was Hobbity Doo Dah. And I'm like, come
Well, right.
on.
Like,
She could have
so
got
they had
oh,
the choreography, put them in a studio
thank
and just
you.
film that. Like
I
it's
mean, look what they did when they stopped in Japan and they're like, let's shoot a video for Jump
jump.
really quick.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
the less we say about that, the better. But
That's all
oh
I'm gonna
my
say
God.
about it.
Oh,
Somebody in the chat just said love song from Like a Prayer, and I wouldn't be mad about that
Yeah.
either.
oh,
I
That
yeah.
love that song. Oh
and
my
I have read
God.
that they wanted it to be a single, but Prince didn't want it to be released. He
Yeah,
didn't want to.
he stopped that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Whenever, as a Madonna fan growing up, as the albums were coming out, I do remember it was sort of strange when you'd get really attached to some of the songs, some of the album cuts, and that you'd think, oh, this is totally going to be a single. And then it wasn't. And you'd be like, why? Why was it? And
Oh,
then,
give an example.
well,
Where's the party?
Love Song is a perfect example where I was like, because Prince and Madonna, they were like
At
Yeah.
that
big
time,
at
they were the
that
biggest
time.
in
They
the
were
world.
huge.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
how is this not now? I get it. Sometimes some of the songs didn't sound like they'd fare very well on radio. So like a lot of people were saying that Thief of Hearts should have been a single, but I don't know if radio would have played Thief of
No.
Hearts. Because
In 1993, with the grunge taking over, Thief
well,
of
also
Hearts wouldn't
after
have cracked the top
Erotica,
40.
after
Yeah.
people turned their backs on Erotica as a song, she had to be very picky with what she chose, and I think that, I mean, she's even said it was too subversive, that it like people like it was, they would have had to bleep stuff. They just didn't want to hear Madonna misbehaving again, and
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that they wouldn't have done well like on public radio, because people would have been like, she's saying bitch and
Yeah, well, they
sit your
didn't
ass
bleep back
Right.
down.
then. They just didn't play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So in the chat, there's a lot of votes for Spotlight, History,
Ooh. Oh, I would love
because history would be very relevant right now,
Well,
obviously.
Spotlight was a single.
It was.
It
There's a
just didn't.
couple vote, of course, several people. Why didn't I think of this? Rescue Me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, somebody said Skype is heaven. Oh, I wouldn't be mad about that either.
Yeah, I mean, Rescue Me was the single that got no respect, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
It should another one that should have had a video. I don't.
Oh, actually, we could do a whole episode on singles that were done
Should have had a
wrong.
video.
I
Should have had a
mean,
video.
Rescue Me, Get Together, like I could go on.
Where's
Oh
the
my
Party?
Lord.
Yeah.
Where's the Party? Right?
Mhm.
Like,
I mean, she did it in.
someone just said Incredible.
I like
my
Incredible.
in my dream,
I like Incredible too, but I don't know about
why
that.
isn't Madonna like riding the wave of Thief of Hearts and like giving that song to a bunch of DJs and like just drop a bunch of remixes? Like we've never had any remixes of this song, official remixes. Give it to like 5 DJs and just release it and just like see if it charts again, like just for fun.
Yeah, she's with Warner's now, it's
like I would love to hear some like current remixes of that song, what they would do to it. It would be amazing. It's just, and there's no stems floating around that I can find. So I was like, because I'd be like, people get to unofficial remixes. Jason Lee, if you're watching, whatever magic you can work, please remix us a song of Thief of Hearts. Thank you.
Well, wait, what was that one remix of Thief of Hearts that came out maybe like 15, the Loot something remix that leaked on all the fan boards? That was hot. That was a
I don't
hot
know if I
remix.
heard that.
Wait,
I don't think
I
I've heard
have,
that
hold
either.
on. I have that in my Google Music somewhere.
Like obviously an unofficial remix of Thief of Hearts.
It was unofficial, but it kind of went like it was big on YouTube for like a couple of months back in like I want to say the 2000s. Oh my God, hold on. I have to go into. I mean, we
drop
can
it in
we
the
can,
chat.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I might be able to actually post a link to it in my YouTube music library. I'll have to see. But oh no, that's not illegal.
No.
Because he released it publicly, so like free of copyright, and they never did a cease and
desist.
No, but it's called something else when you take something down for copyright violation.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it was up for years. It's Luke something. That remix was hot.
Oh, was it Dirty Luke?
No,
because I remember that
I'll
was.
have to look at. I can't be on all these screens at once.
I know what you're talking about now. He did remixes for a lot of stuff. I think Hard Candy. They did a lot of remixes.
Yeah, it started. The Thief of Hearts one started out, and it was like hard, really fun house techno music.
People in the chat, if you have a favorite Thief of Hearts remix, drop a link in the chat for us.
Oh yeah, drop a link.
We'll discover it after we get off.
That right now.
Several people are now like, "Ooh, Impressive Instant needs a viral moment."
Yeah,
I can see the children getting behind the singing.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know what the kids today would respond to.
And we do have a remix to Impressive Instant released, and finally,
that's true.
I mean,
what's a song that I would love? Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I'm glad Thief of Hearts is getting it. I see. I feel like a song that needs to go viral is if it's like it didn't get any love when it first came out. Impressive Instant sort of had its moment, like
Yeah.
it got club play, it got
Yes,
remixes.
I have danced in a club to Impressive Instinct for
Hmm.
sure. So yeah.
Yeah. Um, okay. Well,
Yeah.
everyone,
It's
thank
fun
you,
to have
thank you
something
for
like this happen. Yeah.
thank you for joining us as we just decided to appreciate Thief of Hearts a little bit.
Hold up.
Breaking news.
What?
It's the Luke Savant remixes.
Yes.
It was a fan project for an erotica remix series. Thank you, Majesty Collection, for posting that. Luke Savant, all one
Okay.
word, it's in the chat. They're
Okay.
all
Well, I'm gonna check it out
I
because I don't
think
have
they're
any
all on
good. I
YouTube.
don't have any. No, because I was just looking the other day for like some good Thief of Heart remixes and I couldn't
Oh,
find anything.
well, I have those. I'm just saying stuff and I'll hook you up.
LimeWire.
I mean, I can just WhatsApp it to you.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, that's
okay.
fine. That's fine. Well, everybody, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in, going back to the erotica era with us.
Oh, wait, I have a quick announcement.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
dear, what's
Okay,
this?
so to anyone that's in the Bay Area, there is a screening of Truth or Dare at the newly renovated Castro Theater, April 15th. It should be really fun. I think everyone I know in San Francisco is going to be there. So yeah, let's go.
Oh, that's fun. Are you going, Tony?
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
definitely going.
fun. I love seeing her movies with people.
Mm.
It's so like, yeah, it's a good time. When I saw
Yeah.
Desperately Seeking Susan last summer in Philly, all these people had never seen it before, and hearing them laugh
Hmm.
at certain things, and
I know, I love
I
that.
was like, oh, this is so fantastic. I love this.
And plus, I've been watching Truth or Dare so many times over the years alone without like, yeah, it's to see it through someone else's eyes is always a great time.
Oh, I mean, I'm trying to think the last time I saw that in a theater. I saw it like I think two or three times when it was first out, and
Oh yeah.
then I don't know if I've seen it. Oh no, I think I saw it in New York when Hedda Lettuce hosted a night
Oh yeah. I
at
saw it twice
Chelsea
in
Clearview.
New York at the MoMA when she showed up at the end and just
Oh
waved.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then when the Metrograph did their Madonna weekend, my friend Diana and I went to see Body of Evidence, and the something happened with the projector. So we saw. I was like, "Do you want to see Truth or Dare?" She's like, "I've never seen it," and I was like, "Oh
Oh
yes."
wow, can't go wrong with that.
So yeah, I love taking people that don't know anything about it to see it too. That's always
I
fun.
might rewatch it tomorrow. I'm gonna be home alone all day tomorrow. That might be a good day to rewatch Truth or Dare.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's never not a good day to watch Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
This is true. This is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Well, everybody, that's our show. Remember, you can find us on all social platforms at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to donate to the podcast, we're on Venmo at MLVC Podcast. And you can also buy us a cup of coffee. We're on that Buy Us a Cup of Coffee app at MLVC Podcast, I think. If you've not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, tick that subscribe button so you never miss a video. We don't know what's coming down the pipeline for MLVC. We're just flying by the seat of our pants here,
Mhm.
waiting for Madonna to release her new music. And whenever that happens,
Time goes by so slowly when you're waiting for
so
Madonna album.
slowly.
I know Ben
Oh,
doesn't
see,
care.
we quoted Hung Up and Love Song with that one.
Yes.
There you go.
Ben
But
doesn't care when it gets here. He just wants
I
integrity
just wanted
yes.
I
and
just want it to be good. I just want
yeah,
it to
Yeah.
be good.
and craftsmanship, you know.
Yes.
Yes. And
Okay.
minimal filters.
Until next time, everybody, remember, you're over. You can't take it.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
I can break you.
A lot of them would like that.
Not what's